James, you did good, buddy. Alright, all my trucks that aren't really on the road are just about ready to move around the yard anytime I need to, because that's a whole lot of truck to have sitting dead weight. So what I do to move it is I got me a gas tank, temporary, and you can see no radiator, so it's not road worthy. I got my battery cables. Got to keep them as nice a shape as you can, because it's quite a headache of a slow starting issue with these old motors that you'll run into. Bumper out of gear. Don't run yourself over, Lord willing. All right, got a pin to replace down there. That's why this is all over the place. But it's out of gear. What you doing, Eleanor? Stay up there, baby. All right, what I like to do, unhook this, unhook your supply, your 12-volt supply, and bump it. All right, we know it's not in gear. Hook it back up. That's a lot of red, and it sure is pretty on that blue. You know what would help? Lord, if my head wasn't attached, I wouldn't be able to see it driving down the road. I always start with the health of what's under the engine bay. Anyways, I put headers on this. It's still straight piped. I got to finish them to the back. I've tied up all the electrical, and I'm going to get away from the regulator and the Duraspark. You can see the Duraspark's gone for the ATI. It's going to get a Chevrolet alternator, one wire, so we don't have to worry about the regulator. 12 volt on, 12 volt on. It simplifies a lot of this, and getting rid of that Duraspark in this system does away with a lot of the headaches of owning an old Ford. Anyways, I got my gas tank, no radiator yet. The truck's had a hard life. At some point the hood got stuck and they took up my turbo, or a hatchet to the hood. Did quite a number, but I guess they got it open. Well, let's see, the fenders are alright other than the dents. The doors are okay. All the glass, front's cracked. I do like the mirrors. These will not be coming off. Let's see. Not much to report on the inside. Seats just about completely ruined. I'll be reupholstering that and put some new foam in it. Floor pans are, I got a little ventilation going on. Really feel that that fall of 22 coming in right there on you, right up in your pants leg. All right, let's see. Got the 4-speed. You know, that's typical 2-wheel drive. PTO switch on off. The massive Tesla. I'm not sure. Excuse me. I'm not sure if this is a 18, 20. I don't know how many thousands of pounds it is. But it's a monster. I've run the number one time before, but I forgot about that. But anyways, when I got it, the slide clutch was welded directly to the hub. So it's like on off. There was no, you couldn't slide it into neutral. Freeze pull the winch. So, all right, right here's how you work your clutch. Go and stop. Let's go, pull her on, stop for you tear the world in half. All right, old bed, it's all metal. It has been through it, as you can see. All this has been put on it since I've got it. It was actually clean when I brought it home, but Lord knows there's no telling what's been on this thing. Anyways, story is, this isn't for a fifth wheel or a gooseneck. This is actually a sleeve under there that a pole would go in for a crane. This thing actually had a boom crane on it at one time that they would run this up and around through a series of pulleys and lift up whatever they needed to and swing it and drop it right on here. Really hate I never got that part, but what's probably happened is through the years, this truck's been moved here and moved there. That part's got left in the yard. Nobody knew what it was and it got scrapped, so. But it wasn't particular to the Ford. That's something else I'll get around to making. Homemade headache rack. Got to love that. Crooked as can be, just chopped off everywhere. But I like it. It has character. It has character. Needs about 13 and a half sunbeams up there, little LED pods. This is a tank that I've hung under it. It actually come off of an old bus of mine. That used to be a diesel. Put that under here so the gas tank's back on the correct side instead of over there. We'll get over there to that gas tank in a minute. Oh, let's see. On the underside of this bad boy, that's a heck of a set of overload spring. The truck at one point had 2 ramps that went down, but there's no telling what they could have been made out of. The only thing that I want to change is I've noticed that moving it around the yard, this tail end, the truck's so long, it don't take nothing for this to go into the dirt or the ground or the pavement or whatever. But I want to put some kind of a roller system back here, something to where instead of it just dragging it across it, it'll at least roll. You know, drag and roll, drag and roll. Sounds like a sushi roll at a Chinese restaurant. Drag and roll. All right, let's see. Here we go. What you doing, Ellie? All right, here's the old gas tank. It sounds like a bucket of rocks when you shift that thing around. So it's coming out and it's getting thrown away. I'll probably wind up putting a toolbox under here or something, but that filter next going to the other side. What, baby?
Why is it getting dry?
Because these are the guys who had it. I still know Mr. Buddy. He's in his late 70s. His older brother Francis, who had this truck down in Florida for about the last 15 to 20 years, recently passed. So that's why the truck was brought back up north and I was able to obtain it. Buddy wanted me to get it. Bud Light presents. Gotta have the gun rack. All right, let's see. Gotta love the old mirrors. I don't think those are called West Coast. But I'm not exactly sure. I mean, it's just a massive mirror. I rolled this one out for the video. This is how I typically keep them, so they ain't in the limbs and the trees and everything. Look like they come off a school bus. But I got a couple of hoods back here. I'm gonna put a hood on it, a better hood. Fix up, put some fenders on it. Hey, don't really need doors. Do some work in the floor pans. Don't fall, baby. All right. This is my gauge set up. I just put about 4 foot of hose in here between this this quick clip and this gauge. It saves the back and the knees. Luckily I didn't pop either one of these tires off the bead moving this thing around here, so we avoided that headache. Hope y'all enjoyed another Grumpy Ginger film.